Okay, this is Deuteronomy 13, 1 through 5, and many of us know this. We are giving a warning that someone one day will rise up and will come against, and this person will lead us in the wrong way. And here's the Most High. We're getting a warning that this will happen, that this will take place. Deuteronomy 13, 1 through 5. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and he gives you a sign or a wonder. So this person can give you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder comes to pass, of which he spoke to you, saying, let us go after other mighty ones which you have not known. See, he's telling us, let's go another way. There's another way. And this is a way our fathers didn't know. If anybody teaching any other way than what Scripture, what I've shown you, the way the Scripture's teaching, that is the wrong way. This is why I say people don't have a foundation and they don't understand that they can be led in the wrong way and think they're going in the right way. And let us serve them. You shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. You know, I had a vision. I saw a vision. I saw a light. This is a dreamer of dreams. It says, for Yahuwah, your mighty one, is testing you to know whether you love Yahuwah with all your heart, with all your soul. Listen, we're being tested. The Most High is going to test us. And he's going to see. He always tests his people. This was our warning. You shall walk after Yahuwah your Elohim and fear him and keep his commandments and obey his voice. You shall serve him and hold fast to him. This is very simple, very easy. But that prophet or dreamer of dreams shall be put to death. I don't care what time period. This person is going to tell you that grace is going to be the reason that we no longer are put to death. You see, that's a lie. Because he has spoken in order to turn you away from Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you from the house of bondage, to entice you from the way. This person is enticing you from the way which Yahuwah your Elohim commanded you to walk. You see, he commanded us to walk in this way. Here is another one going to show us another way, a different way. And he's going to say this is the correct way. And you wonder why. You wonder why I'm so hard on Paul. You wonder why, the illegitimate bastard. You wonder why I'm very, very hard. He's turning people from the way. So you shall put away the evil from your midst. And when people don't know the foundation, when people don't know the way, they won't know when another one is leading them in a different way, different direction. Deuteronomy 27 and 18. Cursed is the one who makes the blind wander off the road. The scriptures say cursed. Cursed is everyone that don't reveal, don't teach all of the Torah. Cursed is that individual. And here we see cursed is the one who makes the blind to wander off the road. What road? The road, the way the Most High showed us. And the people shall say, so be it. Now let's look at this word wander. Wander, walk or move in a leisurely or aimlessly way. Stroll, amber. We have ramble. We have moved slowly away from a fixed point or place. The fixed point is the way. The way the Most High set for us, it's a fixed point. And when you go off from the right or to the left of this fixed point, you wander away from the way that the Most High has us on. And then you do what we call you stray. You depart, you diverge, you veer, you swerve, you deviate, you going off track, you drift away from the Most High. And you wonder how you got far from him. You wonder how we got scattered in all these lands. You wonder why? We wandered off. We strolled away. We served off the way. Someone veered us off from the way, and we ended up off track. Very, very easy to understand. But you have to understand the way in order to understand what the scripture is saying. Deuteronomy 31 and 29. For I know that after my death, this is Moshe talking to the people, I know after my death you will become utterly corrupt and turn aside from the way. How many times? See, the way is running out of our ears right now. Look at all these scriptures we've given. I'm in part 4 now. The way. You turn aside from the way which Yahuwah commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days. We are in the latter days. When they got to the first century, they were in the latter days, and they veered off. That's why you wonder why they were scattered in all the world. You wonder why they veered off track. Let this be a lesson to anyone following first century Christians. We have some people that call themselves theologians. They think the first century Christians had the way. Follow the first century Christians and you can't go wrong. They had the way. They veered off. They didn't know the way. Christians don't know. Anyone call themselves a Christian? I don't care what kind of Christian, pre-Constantine Christian, you don't know the way. Because he never commanded us to be a Christian. Pre-Constantine Christian, period. He never commanded it. It never came out of his mouth. Because, look, he says, and evil will befall you in the latter days because you will do evil in the sight of Yahuwah to provoke him to anger through the works of your hands. It's through the works of your hands that make the Most High angry with his people. Judges 2, 17 through 22. Yet they would not listen to their judges, but they played the harlot with other mighty ones and bowed down to them. They turned quickly from the way in which their fathers walked. You see, they turned away from the way quickly, the way their fathers walked, in obeying the commandments of Yahuwah. They did not do so. See, the forefathers walked in the way. The forefathers, they walked in the way. They obeyed the commandments. But them, they veered off. And when Yahuwah raised up judges for them, Yahuwah was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. For Yahuwah was moved to pity by their groaning because of those who oppressed them and harassed them. Yes, we get his attention after we complain to him over and over. Right now, we're in America. We're complaining to him over and over. And yes, he did visit his people. And it came to pass, when the judges were dead, that they reverted, here we go, and behaved more corruptly than their fathers, by following other mighty ones to serve them and bow down to them. They did not cease from their own doings, nor from their stubborn way. Don't you know our people are walking in stubborn ways? That's not the way that's not the way. Your stubborn way is not the way. Don't be stubborn. When the Most High commands something, I don't see that. That's not what he's saying. You see, you're being stubborn. When he clearly says to come out of her. No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying come out of her religion. Come out of her system. The scripture never says system. It never say come out of her religion. He said come out of her, my people. And our people are stubborn. Then, this is what happened. Then the anger of Yahuwah was hot against Yasharal, and he said, because this nation has transgressed my covenant, which I command their fathers, and has not heeded my voice, I also will no longer drive out before them any of the nations which Joshua left when he died, so that through them I may test Yasharal, whether they will keep the ways of Yahuwah to walk in them as their fathers kept them or not. The Most High is trying you. The Most High is testing us to see if we're going to walk in these ways. Jeremiah 5, 4 and 5. Therefore I said, surely these are poor, They are foolish, and they do not know the way of Yahuwah. Why today we don't know the way? Here we go. We don't know the way of Yahuwah. The judgment of our Elohim. I will go to the great men and speak to them, for they have known the way of Yahuwah, the judgment of their mighty one. But these have altogether broke the yoke and burst the bonds. We have some that know the way, and some that know the way not. Nehemiah 9:12. Moreover, you lead them by day. Here we sing the echo of the what's in Torah. You led them by day with a cloud of pillar, and by night with a pillar of fire, to give them light on the road which they should travel. The Most High, His Torah is the light for the road that we need to travel. His Torah is the light to keep us on this right road, this right way. Isaiah 40:3. The voice of one crying in the wilderness. We know this. Prepare the way. Someone is going to prepare the way. Right now, all the others that fulfilled this, the one that prepared the way in the wilderness, which it happened before and it will happen again. But right now, before we get into the wilderness, Yasharah, he's using his people to prepare the way. Make straight in the desert and a highway for our mighty one. Why do we need a highway? We use a highway to travel on. And this is what the people are going to do. Travel on this highway. Isaiah 57:14. And one shall say, heap it up, prepare the way. Take the stumbling block out of the way of my people. We have stumbling blocks in the way. And this is something the Most High have me doing on this channel, pointing out stumbling blocks. Pointing out the way and pointing out stumbling blocks. So you can move the stumbling blocks out of the way where you can walk in his way. John 14:6. Of course we know Yahushua said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but me. You wonder why he said, I am the way. And we have Jeremiah 21:8. Now you should say to this people, thus says Yahuwah, behold, I set before you the way of life and the way of death. The Most High set before the people the way of life and the way of death. Now let me show you this in the Dead Sea Scrolls. You have to see this. 2 ways. Here it is. He set before us 2 ways. And he says, this is in the Dead Sea Scrolls on page 501. And he has placed before you 2 ways, one which is good and one which is evil. If you choose the good way, he will barak you. But if you walk in the evil way, he will curse you. And in your tents, he will destroy you, with mildew, snow, ice, and hail. This is what the Most High is saying to us. Okay, this is the Dead Sea Scrolls, page 141. When they have been confirmed for 2 years in the perfection of way, in the foundation of the community. So we're seeing here, there is a perfection of the way, because the people are imperfect. The people don't know the way. They have to be perfected in the way. Last point here. I want to show you this the way, and it occurs 2,139 times in 537 verses, 340 times as accurately as the way. Now, let me stroll down here and show it to you. Let me show you, when you get in the New Testament, something happens with the way. We lose our way. We don't even discuss the way. Let me go to where people love to go to, Paul. And here he's not speaking of the way. He's not teaching the way. Here it is. For you that don't believe, here it is. Where is he teaching the way? Nowhere. And this is it. This is it. This is it. This is all we see here. He is not teaching the way. He's shown a different way. And once again, the New Testament failed us with this. There's certain parts that just missed it. Make sure you understand the way and that there is only one way, and it's Yahuwah's way. Shalom.